I heard this true story last week. It's a true story from Kenneth and Gloria Copeland's life, and it so impacted me. The Lord keeps bringing it back to me because it's not really a spiritual story, but it has such spiritual implications. Anyway, it was their first wedding anniversary, and they had gone to Hot Springs, Arkansas, which I happen to know. I've even taken vacations there when I was a child. And they were out on the lake. There are a lot of lakes there. And in a little motorboat with a back engine. I can't remember what you call it, but it has like a tiller. And he was, directing it by the tiller. It's a handheld tiller. And she was in the front of the boat facing him, had a little hat, scarf and stuff. Anyway, he quickly took his hand off the tiller, just to wipe it on his slacks or shorts or whatever. And it spun around, and it spun so hard that it spun her out of the boat into the lake. And he just quickly got control of it because it was just spinning round and round. And he's looking, frantically around the lake for Gloria, and for a long time, nothing. And so finally, after, a minute or so, she pops up, and he gets her back into the boat. Her hat is gone, her scarf is gone, etc. And, are you all right? Yeah, I'm fine. And she, he goes to start the motor up, and it won't start. So like several times he tries to do it, and then he pulls the motor up so he can see, and there was her hat. Maybe her scarf too, but I know for sure her hat all wrapped around the motor. And so he asked her, he said, "What did you do when you were flung in the water?" And she goes, "Oh, I just totally relaxed. I knew I would pop back up to the top. And so I just relaxed and rested, and I just, floated, came to the top." And he just was amazed at the goodness of God, that if she had struggled and fought, she could have been eaten up by that tiller, because as it was, her hat was. So that story has been coming back to me almost every day, because I think God was really trying to impart something to me in it, and hopefully to you too, in that a lot of times when things spin out of control, or even if they don't, if you find yourself thrown out of the boat or in a circumstance that you weren't in just a second ago, that the best thing to do is just relax and rest. And your spirit will come to the top, if because you need to find out what's in your spirit to do about it, or just rest, and you will bob back up to the top, as long as you're not struggling and fighting and trying to get to the top. That God designed us to float, especially when we're born again spiritually. He designed us to float. So I hope that encourages you today.